The external assessment. The strategic management process can be classified into three major areas: formulation, implementation, and evaluation. A comprehensive strategic management model will help us understand better the particulars in each area. This podcast will focus on one of the process under strategy formulation, which is performing an external audit. So what is an external strategic management audit? An external strategic management audit, also called environmental scanning or industry analysis, focuses on identifying and evaluating trends and events beyond the control of a single firm. By conducting an external audit, managers can formulate strategies to take advantage of the opportunities and avoid or reduce the impact of threats. Let's have the UP Town Center located in Katipunan, Quezon City as an example. Assuming we are in the position of the administrators, what are the factors that could influence the business? Now that we have developed a finite list of factors, we have accomplished the purpose of an external audit, which aims to identify key variables that offer actionable responses. The external forces we've listed can be divided into 5 categories: economic forces, social, cultural, and natural environment forces, political, governmental, and legal forces, technological forces, and competitive forces. The economic forces. Here are some of the economic variables that are related to the new Ayala Mall Town Center. These economic factors have direct impact on the potential attractiveness of various strategies. The next category is the social, cultural, and natural environment forces. The variables included in this force are the following. These trends shape the way Filipinos live, work, produce, and consume. New trends are creating a different type of consumer, and consequently, a need for different products, different services, and different strategies. The political, governmental, and legal forces. Tax rates, government regulations or deregulations are some factors associated with this force. The increasing global interdependence among economies, markets, governments, and organizations makes it imperative that firms consider the possible impact of political variables on the formulation and implementation of competitive strategies. The technological forces. The Internet has changed the very nature of opportunities and threats by altering the life cycles of products, increasing the speed of distribution, creating new products and services, erasing a limitation of traditional geographic markets, and changing the historical trade-off between production standardization and flexibility. The Internet is altering economies of scale, changing entry barriers, and redefining the relationship between industries and various suppliers, creditors, customers, and competitors. And the last category is the competitive forces. An important part of an external audit is identifying rival firms and determining their strengths, weaknesses, capabilities, opportunities, threats, objectives, and strategies. Collecting and evaluating information on competitors is essential for successful strategy formulation. In doing a competitor's analysis, competitive intelligence, market commonality, and resource similarity are essential. Competitive intelligence is a systematic and ethical process of gathering data through the Internet, newspaper articles, books, television, and the stakeholders related to the organization and its competitors. The data gathered can be used to assess and predict the competitors' behaviors when forming their competitive actions and response, to gain competitive edge relative to its entire environment and stakeholders, and to help achieve and expand the business's goals. Market commonality and resource similarity, on the other hand, pertains to the number of different markets that the firm and the competitors are jointly involved with and how comparable the firm's tangible and intangible resources are to a competitor's in terms of both types and amounts. Firms with similar types and amounts of resources are likely to have similar strengths, similar weaknesses, and use similar strategies. Thus, the firm will be able to study the competitor's future objectives and current strategies.